guys, it's Katie here, and I want to go over some of my go-to tools. These are things that if I had to do everything over again, I would absolutely start with, I would absolutely repurchase, and I would highly recommend. Now, what I'm also going to do is, if you are a thrifty knitter or crocheter, or if you're caught with your pants down, so to speak, in a predicament where you're not with your tools, what can I use? So I'm going to go over some of those little tips and tricks that I have. Before I get started, no way, shape, or form is this video sponsored by anyone except me and my wallet. So this is my own personal opinion. These are my honest opinions, and yeah, these are my thoughts. I'm going to get started. Now, probably the biggest investment you're going to make that is a long-term investment as a knitter or crocheter is going to be your Swift and your ball winder. Now, there are some people out there who prefer to hand wind, and that's great, and in a pinch you can also hand wind. But for me, my ball winder of choice is the Royal Ball Winder. I am an OG girl. They're no longer in company. They're no longer a company anymore. Very, very sad about that. And yes, I did troll eBay, and you can too. And I have a backup. This guy is over 15 years old, still going strong, very useful, very functional, but I wanted a backup. So I am a Royal Ball Winder fan. The electric ones scare me. And all I can see is it just like going berserk. So, not saying they're not good. No, I don't like them. Now for a Swift. When I first got into knitting, over 15 years ago, John had gotten me a Knit Picks Swift. And it was fantastic. I prefer an umbrella Swift. There are several other kinds. That's my go-to. And it worked for so many years. But eventually the stopper stopped stopping when you raise the umbrella up and put your yarn on it. That went, so I was using clamps and duct tape and all kinds of things to keep it going. So I needed an upgrade. Well, Alpenglow Industries, also Alpenglow Yarns, both the same company. I watched this puppy in development for a very long time and could not wait to get my hands on one. They came up with their Swift, and it's absolutely, not only is it beautiful, it's absolutely beautiful, it's ridiculously functional. They have devised a design. You can have a vertical. Is this vertical? Yeah, this is vertical. Orientation, or you can pop this guy out and put him in here. Just take it all out and you can have a horizontal orientation. The clamp is pretty darn big too, much larger than I've seen. But you want to see the biggest, coolest part? Not just the fact that you can customize your colors, and it's a freaking, I have a freaking glitter Swift. Like, come on, it's beautiful. One-handed construction. Look at that. One finger did that. And one finger's gonna collapse it. I freaking love it. It is a little bit of an investment, but it is an investment that I would highly, highly make again. You can choose your colors. They have pre-made colors. It's awesome. If you do want to go the thrifty route, the Knit Pick Swifts are great. I do prefer an umbrella Swift. And I would stick with something that is wooden or stiff in structure. There are some thrifty versions out there that are thin, loopy metal, and they're not sturdy enough. So absolutely at least go with a Knit Picks Wood Swift. But this glider Swift from Alpenglow Yarns is amazing. Well worth the investment. It comes with an awesome bag. But I keep mine in my Slip Stitch Studios bag. They're no longer a company, but I still love their products as well. So that's my Swift, that's my winder. Now, if you're caught with your pants down and you don't have a Swift, you can easily use the back of a chair. Or, and I'm not going to do this because I'm probably going to fall over or hit myself in the face with a chair. You can flip a chair over and you can use the 4 feet of the chair, the 4 legs of the chair rather, and wrap your yarn around that. I think by now everyone has seen the viral video of the golden retriever laying on his back and his owner, laying out her yarn on his 4 legs and perfectly winding her ball off of his feet. So you can do that too. Willing participant, if they want to hold their hands up for you, or their feet if they're laying down. Why make it any harder for them? You can do that too, and just hand wind. Hand wind a ball or a cake or whatever. It all works. I just prefer my Alpenglow Swift and my Royal Ball Winder. If I'm home, that's what I have. Now, we all have tons of yarn bags. I love this project bag from Maika Bag Company. They are a minority woman-owned company out of California. Every single component of their bags, whether it is metal or fabric or anything, is derived sustainably from recycled materials. It's amazing. This thing is so cool. Not only do I love the fabrics, and I was stocking their tote bags because I was like, wow, most tote bags can be used as a knitting bag very easily. But then they came out with a project bag, so it's pretty awesome. It does have a yarn grommet. I don't like those. They give me anxiety, but it's there if you want to use it. Tons of pockets all over the place. It is huge without feeling huge. I can carry this. And I'm shorter, so I don't feel like, oh my God, she has a giant bag. I don't want to ever do that. Very, very durable material. I literally have taken this everywhere, thrown it all around the car, all around waiting rooms, everywhere. The coolest part, it's got pockets inside too, but it has this drawstring on top. So if you want to stuff this sucker and then pull the drawstrings, it can be twice as big. So I absolutely love it. Definitely go check them out. I have an affiliate link below. I love them. Now let's talk for a second about sock blockers. I have 2 pairs, 2 kinds. I prefer to wet, if I'm going to wet block a sock, I have a plastic one for that. Wet blocking on wood gives me anxiety. So if I want to display socks, I've got my wooden sock blockers. Love them. My absolute 100% favorite needle organizers. I'm going to butcher her name, and I am so freaking sorry, but Atelier de Soyun. She is out of South Korea. She's an amazing sewist and bag maker. These are her circular needle organizers. I freaking love them. Freaking love them. Tons of pockets, and there's even little pockets in here. Each one, I always keep a needle gauge in, pop it in, and they have a little zipper on top. I've never used it, but it's there if you want it. She has beautiful fabrics. I just adore them. And I expanded and organized, and I've stayed organized to where I have one with my smaller needles, one with larger needles. Love them. She also makes project bags, and sometimes you will find little tiny bags in her shop, which I love too. So it's another little bag from her. But another go-to tool, a scale. At some point, you're going to need a scale. Whether you're working a project that has a requirement for use half your yarn, then decrease, whatever. Or you're testing a project, or you're designing a project, you're going to need a scale. You do not have to invest a lot of money in these. This was, I think, $12 off Amazon, and then Elizabeth made me a really cool little sheep decal on her Cricut machine. Just change the batteries regularly. so you get an accurate measurement, you'll start to know if the batteries are going. If you weigh 100 grams skein and you get like 400 grams or 2 grams or something. That's how I know my batteries need to be changed. But you're absolutely going to need a scale. Don't invest a lot of money in this. I do like one with like a little carrying case on it or some kind of case just to protect it, I guess. Now let's talk for a second about markers. Stitch markers, that is. I love to have a variety. I recommend having a wide variety. And if you're wondering, ooh, those are fun containers. These are jumbo Tic Tac containers. I loved them. I took the labels off. Boom. It's amazing. Put this stuff down. They tip open, nice big wide mouth. I have one for my Littlest Charm Company Progress Keepers. Then I have one for my needle stoppers and other random stitch markers. I always recommend having a wide variety of stitch markers. You never know what you're going to need. This is another Amazon buy. We all have a love-hate relationship with little bulb stitch markers. We need them, we love them, but they're the bane of our existence because we lose them. So I spent $7 on this on Amazon, came with its own little case, and I've been a very good girl about putting them back. So they're awesome. I also love Coco Knits products. Make sure you're getting authentic Coco Knits products. Apparently they had a problem a short while ago with people trying to imitate them. That's just stupid. But they all come in these beautiful little packages. I love their, oh, Sophia was here putting them all together. I love their slip ringed markers. I absolutely love these for cable needles, just holding stitches, throwing them on to mark increases, anything. I love them, and I have the little rainbow pack, so I can, if I have different things I want to mark, I can do that too. Love these. And then I have random stitch markers too. Needle toppers, I love. And I just so happened to pick the one that has swear words on it. Fantastic. My kids got me this for Christmas. Awesome stocking stuffer. But I have a wide variety of different kinds. Those are great. I snagged these really cool Engage measuring tools off of A Needle Runs Through It. Absolutely love them. Most popular, my 1-inch. You can just knit and shawl or whatever. But when you knit a garment, you want a 4-inch square. So I also have a 4-inch square. I love these. I feel like I need to get more of them and put them in all my bags because I really, really, really seriously adore my 1-inch especially. Now, something that I have done recently is I've begun collecting these little bags. And these little bags, I keep a measure, pair of snips, darning needles, and then some random extra stitch markers or needle stoppers in them. And that way I have several of these, so when I bring out a new project bag and I bring out a new active project, I can just grab a little bag and pop it in and I'm good to go. So I do have 3 of these made and I use the heck out of them. So if you are a multi-project person, I highly recommend doing that. If you are a monogamous knitter, all you need is one. You are crazy and I cannot understand your control. That's a cast on all the things. And if you're ever caught with your pants down or you're thrifty and you don't want to spend money on extra cable needles or stitch markers, we all have paper clips laying around and bobby pins. We have the bobby pins when we don't want them. When you actually want a bobby pin, you're never going to have it. But bobby pins make absolutely excellent stitch holders for cables. Paper clips make excellent stitch markers. So, thrifty option or caught with your pants down option, paper clips, bobby pin. you're good to go. Now, as a knitter, I do not crochet. I cannot understand it. Maybe someday I will, but I always do have several crochet hooks around as well to help pick up stitches. They're fantastic. I have measuring tapes galore laying around, as well as tons of needle gauges. I don't think we will ever have enough of those. We lose them, we misplace them. Again, another little bag full of stuff. I love the little bags. So those are my go-to tools. Biggest, Swift, ball winder. Those are investments. I think, if you buy a good one, you're only going to ever have to buy it once. But you don't have to have it. Tons of different options for stitch markers. I absolutely recommend having a bunch. Different yarn weights, different projects. You never know what is going to suit that project. The only thing I didn't go over in tool-wise is needles. I'm not a monogamous knitter. I am monogamous in exactly two things: my football team and my husband. That's about it. So I prefer to have a wide variety of needles in different types too. Different types of metals, different types of woods. You never know. You don't know what you're going to need for that particular project. So you may need something grippier. You may need something slicker, shorter, longer. So for me, I have a bunch of different kinds. Always have snips, always have darning needles. You can't ever have enough of this stuff. But like I said, I've started making up these little bags. So make them up, pop them in your bag, project bag, and you're good to go. You'll never be sort of caught with your pants down, needing something. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I am the Katie behind Katie DeGruff Knits and the host of the Katie Knits podcast. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you know when I post a new video. And go check out all the other fun videos I have. And until then, I'm going to get to knitting.